Okay.
Call it how it is. Hit it.
I need to film a video, so I thought I'd bring you guys with me while I do my makeup. And I didn't really know what exactly to do while I did my makeup, but then I remembered I got a comment. Somebody said that I remind them of younger Tana Mojo. I don't know if I said that right, but also I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's really a good thing to be compared to. But they were saying I should do like story times. So here I am. We're gonna do story time, okay? The other thing is, I don't live an interesting life like Miss Tana does, but I thought I would take you guys through my high school experience because it was a little bit just interesting, I would say. So my high school experience started August of 2019. Also, middle school, elementary, I was a fucking loser, but something, I don't know what happened, but something about high school, girl, I was a little bit popular, and I was a bit of a hot Cheeto girl, okay? I was a bit of a hot Cheeto girl. So high school started off, I had my one bestie, so me and Kaden. Okay, we did have a friend group of 4 of us, right? But from middle school, but over the summer, our friend group, the other 2 girls from the friend group, they were besties, and then me and Kaden were besties, and the other 2 were my ops, okay? They were my ops. I did not fuck with them. Now, you know, me and Kaden were besties since the 6th grade. And so we had our moments. Okay, he did some shitty things, I did some shitty things. So I'm gonna mention the shitty things he did, but just know we were high schoolers, and him and me, he's like a brother to me. We grew up together, okay? So I don't hold none of this against him, but it's what happened. So I'm gonna talk about what happened. He decides he's gonna start dating one of the ops from the other 2, okay? We'll call her Debbie. So then I'm like, okay, I don't really want to kick it with them. So I start kicking it with my cousin, Malachi. Y'all know Malachi. And he's a year older than me, so he's already got his friends, and they're all guys, of course. So I start hanging out with them. I become a little bit of a pick-me, okay? I was a little. He's stretching. And then I met this guy in my geometry class. We'll call him Jared. Jared was pretty popular because he was a bit of a fuckboy. But we became friends, and we were just friends. I don't know. I can just have a guy friend and have literally 0 sexual attraction to them. But you know, typical man, it usually is not. Usually they still be trying to fuck, okay? So him and me, we became best friends, right? So he introduced me to all his friends. Loki, it's kind of thanks to him that I was popular, which also caused me to be in a lot of drama because everybody wanted this motherfucker for some reason. I was like, y'all can have him. I don't want him, thank you. Well, one of the things is me and Mr. Jared were chronic skippers. We had photography class together also, and I think it was our first period in the morning. It was one of those schools that did A and B days. So on the days that we had it was our first class in the morning. But so we always ended up ditching together, and we would just go to McDonald's and chill there on our phones. It was kind of fucking stupid because it's not even like we're having that much fun. Sometimes we go do bottle runs, but I wasn't even drinking at the time, so I would just do bottle runs with them and just sit there and watch them get drunk. Let's talk about my first little situationship, okay? There was this guy that was kind of part of the friend group. We started talking a little bit, and I would just come to his house and sneak in. Number 1 red flag, if a man will not come to you, he makes you come to him, drop him. Because what kind of man makes a bitch come to him? Like, that's how you know he's just using you, babe. Like, but I was a stupid 15-year-old, and I had never had like boyfriends or anything, so I just wanted to be cool. So I'd sneak over to his house. One time we were cuddling, and he's like, "Can I touch your boob?" And I was like, okay. And then he touched my boob, and then he's like, do you want to give me head? I was like, bro, we've never even kissed yet. You think I'm gonna give you head? No. Proud of myself for standing up for myself, though. All I ever did with him was like cuddle, and he touched my boob, and that was about it. Also, I would go back and forth, like hang out with Kaden and the other girls. This guy friend group. I'd go back and forth. So homecoming comes around, and I go with the girls and Kaden. A fucking Debbie had these two guy friends who can fucking go die. One of them, Denise, dated for a little bit. Then he ended up being a fucking racist asshole and trying to make her seem like a slut to the whole school. Then there was this other one. We'll call him Aaron. I'm doing their names. I'm trying to make the names start with the same letters so that I can remember. We're just gonna call him White Boy. Okay, the White Boy and Aaron, they both wanted a piece of me. So homecoming, me and Aaron had been texting, and I told him how I never had my first kiss, and he is like, I want to be your first kiss on homecoming. So I was like, yeah, maybe, but really I was like, no, he's not cute, and he was short. Now, nothing against short guys, like my man is shorter than me, but he was short and ugly and a bad personality. So it's like, pick a struggle, babe. Y'all know how there's like usually that homecoming football game or whatever. So we went to that, right? I decided to have my first kiss there in front of him. It was with Denise. Shout out to Denise. I'm watching. So Denise was my first official kiss. And you know what's funny? Is I was not out at the time. I was like, yeah, I'd kiss a girl, but I'd never date a girl. Okay, so whatever. But yeah, he was not happy about that. So then homecoming, him and motherfucking Debbie were like pouting the whole time. I don't even remember why Debbie was pouting. I think her and Kaden were fighting or some shit. I don't even know, don't care. So then me and Denise and White Boy had left. We were sitting at McDonald's, and I think we were playing like Truth or Dare or something, but him and me ended up kissing, and it was no like make out. It's just like man, do I regret that, because I fucking hate that guy. Okay, so then fast forward, I get my first boyfriend. He was sweet and all. He was like my first real kiss. Hung out at the mall, and we went into JCPenney's, and they have like beds up to stairs and shit, like model beds. And so we were laying on one in the back, and then it was kind of cute because like I was being shy, and like he turned my head and then kissed me. Like it was sweet. He was a sweet guy, but he ended up like getting really distant and like barely ever texted me. He wouldn't talk to me at school. I think he was just going through something. So I broke up with him because I wanted to talk to the other dude. Okay, so then somehow this other dude ended up in our friend group. I don't really know how. You know, I thought he was cute. They were all saying that he thought I was cute. And then my birthday was coming up, and he bought me birthday presents. And then the guy I was talking to, we'll call him Robbie. That was the guy that touched my boob. That motherfucker didn't even tell me happy birthday. So I cut him off and start talking to, we'll call him Deshaun. So I started talking to Deshaun, and then fucking Robbie starts going around calling me a whore. And I'm like, okay, bitch, first of all, we didn't even kiss or do anything. You touched my boob. Whoop-de-doo. A man is just so quick to call a woman a whore, like, girl, bye. So then I started dating Deshaun, okay? And at first it's all nice, like he was really sweet. He ended up taking my V card, so he was pretty much like my first everything. Like he ended up moving into my same apartment complex because I lived in these like low income apartments in a rich neighborhood. It was actually really nice because like the apartments and all the people were like ghetto poor people, but we lived in a nice neighborhood, and I really liked that, like, because it's the best of both worlds. Yeah, he moved in, and I feel like that's when the problem started. I started to realize that he was a compulsive liar. Like, for example, do you guys know Lil Darky? If you don't, you're not missing out on anything. His music sucks, but he was not very popular at the time. He was pretty underground still, and this man fully convinced me that he was Little Darky. he was like, yeah, my uncle has a studio, da, 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 da. And I believed him because I don't know why he would lie to me about such a thing. At the beginning of the relationship, I did find out he was texting his ex or some bitch. I don't even really remember. It was either his ex or something, and he was telling her she was pretty, da 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 da. There's this fucking bitch that lived in our apartments, and she was such a fucking bop. She would fuck anything and everything. So then there's this other girl in the apartment who would go hang out over at his apartment. His apartment was like low-key kind of like the trap house. Like all the fucking badass kids in the apartments would just go hang out at his house. Kind of everybody like was starting to know him, and I think he was letting that get to his head, because when I met him, he was like nerdy little anime boy, right? And that's like my type. Like I love me a little nerdy boy, okay? But then he starts hanging out with all these wannabe thugs, and he starts acting like a wannabe thug, which I don't think I hate anything more than a fucking wannabe thug. Like, being in gangs and growing up in poverty and the ghetto is not cute, okay? It's not cute. People that really go through that shit because they have to go through that shit. Like, y'all act like it's a fucking aesthetic. So yeah, one day, bro's little brother and the other bitch that would hang out at his apartment come knocking on my door, and I'm like, yes. And they're like, hey, he's getting head in the bathroom right now by some other bitch. And I was like, okay. I do remember another time I was at his house and somebody told me that he was texting some bitch. Whatever, whoop-de-doo. I mean, it's really not that deep. We're freshmen in high school. Like, I get it. You want to experience other people. Like, it's really not that deep. I don't hold it against him or anything. Like, it's whatever. I really don't care. But obviously I wasn't gonna stay with bro because I have standards. So then, like, kind of out of revenge, I went to go, with my guy best friend because he was always jealous of us. But it's always the ones that are jealous and like overprotective that end up cheating on you. So I was like, hey Jared, like, let's fuck because fuck this guy. So I go over to his house and I'm like, okay, let's do this. And so I'm like trying to make out with him, and first of all, he has no lips. But I'm like, whatever, we'll make it work, okay? But he's like not really wanting to make out with me. He's just like, oh, give me head. And I'm like, listen, buddy, I can't just go and give you head. Like, you gotta make me want to do it. But again, we're freshmen in high school. Well, what does bro know? He don't know what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm like, so then I was just like, you know what? I don't think this is gonna work. Like, I'm not gonna just give you head and like, I'm just not that kind of bitch. I'm not gonna give you head just to give you head. Like, you're gonna have to make it worth my while type shit. And he wasn't making it worth my while, so I didn't. So luckily we didn't end up actually doing anything. Like, once, like, we made out a few times, but like, everyone always fucking trying to fucking claim that we did some shit. I was like, girl, we made out like once or twice freshman year and that was it. The rest of our friendship was nothing. The ditching school though, girl, we slowly added more and more people to the group of people we ditched with every day, because at first it was just me and Jared, but then we're like, hey, come ditch with us. We would, like I said, get bottles, and then sometimes we'd walk to my house or whatever. One day though, something in my gut told me, go to class today. So I went to class. They were all ditching, like 5 or 6 of them, and I wanted to go because I had FOMO, but something in me said, go to class, bitch, go to class. So I went to class. Tell me why. The one time I didn't go, they had stole a bottle. One of the guys, I don't know if he's trying to be cool or what, but he drank way too much and he got alcohol poisoning, and they had to call the ambulance. But nobody wanted to get in trouble, so they called the ambulance, told him where he was at, and then left him. So of course they all got in trouble and suspended and shit, because you can check the cameras and see that who all left together. They put my ass, this pissed me off. They put my ass in fucking in-school suspension. That shit was miserable. They literally, it was like a room the size of my bathroom, and they'd lock you in there all day. They'd get your work from your teachers, and you just have to sit in there all day. And then there's like 3 other kids and a teacher and you just silently sit in there all day. You don't even get out for lunch or anything. One time, I went and hung out with Jared after school, and we went to this one girl's work that he was like talking to. So I thought everything was cool. Like, I was trying to be cool with her, friends with her, because, you know, I thought she was gonna end up, you know, being with my friend. So, like, I want to be cool with her, but she didn't like me, which I can understand. I can understand, you know, nobody ever likes the girl best friend, so whatever. But I found out she was talking shit about me, so I texted her and I was like, hey, like, can we, like, not? Like, I don't want him. He's all yours. Like, I just feel like we should be cool. If you guys are gonna be, you know, fucking around, you're gonna have to deal with me, so we might as well be friends. And then her fucking crazy ass best friend starts texting me. And this bitch is literally like schizo crazy. And keep in mind, they're seniors, we're freshmen. So she starts texting me, telling me how she's gonna fight me, all this bullshit. I don't remember exactly. Talking about how she's gonna jump me after school. Oh, keep in mind, I had never been in a fight, and I still to this day have never been in a fight. I'm untouched. No, I'm kidding. But like, I'm not gonna be a pussy. I'm like, okay, if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight. It's gonna happen. So then we're at school, and we have like after first period, we had like a 15-minute like snack break thing. So we're just chilling by the bathrooms, and I noticed that this bitch keeps like staring at me, and I don't know who she is. Like, so I'm like, okay. And then she fucking shoulder checks me as the bell rings, and I was like, watch the fuck out. And then I walked to my class, and then she texted me, and she's like, oh, I was right in your face and you didn't do anything, and I'm like, okay, first of all, bitch, I didn't even know what you looked like. And I was like, all you did was shoulder check me. Like, you didn't come up and press me or anything. You just fucking shoulder checked me as the bell was ringing and then walked away. Like, if you wanted to fight me right then and there, like, you could have fought me. But so then she said she's gonna fight me, jump me after school at the buses, because I always walked my friend to her bus. So we're in last period, and my friends are talking about it, saying like, oh, don't fight her, like, just tell somebody. And I'm like, well, I'd rather get my ass beat than be known as a snitch. And then our teacher overhears us talking, so she's like, well, I'm not gonna let you fight her, I'm gonna walk you to the bus. And I'm like, girl, I'm fine. I don't know if the girl just saw me with the teacher or whatever, but nothing ever happened, and I don't know, she never tried to fight me, she never pressed me again after that. So the bitch was 18, and I was like, girl, I literally told her when we were beefing over text, I was like, why don't you just get a job? I don't even understand why we're beefing right now. Like, you're too grown to be acting like that, spooky. Because I was a hot Cheeto girl, so I was always trying to press bitches. But, I mean, I was trying to fight bitches, but nobody ever wanted to fight. I mean, I wasn't trying to fight that bad. But I was like, if you want to fight, we can fight. But nobody else wanted to fight, and I wasn't upset about that. I was like, okay, we don't have to fight. I don't really want to, but I will. So then, if you know, you know, girl, then motherfucking COVID hits our ass. The rest of freshman year, we didn't have to do. We didn't do shit. The year just pretty much ended. And low-key, thank God, because I would not have passed any of my classes, but they just let everybody pass because of what happened. You know, COVID happens. I kind of stopped being friends with all those people. I go back to being besties with Caden. It's just him and me against the world. We start skateboarding. I was hanging out with Jared, and we were skateboarding a lot together too. And we also had this other friend, his name, we'll call him Chad. So him, me, and Chad. Oh, also this other guy, we're just gonna call him Duke, even though his name starts with a C. Luna, what are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, it was me, Jared, Chad, and Duke. And I'd hang out with them, or I'd be hanging out with Caden. And then Jared starts talking to this girl, and I'm talking to this guy who also lived across the country. But I feel like everyone in COVID time talked to somebody long distance. Like, you know, all's good. Like, he's talking to somebody, I'm talking to somebody, we're just guy friends. I did start having a little bit of a crush on him, and then he started talking to that girl. So I was like a little bit upset, but then I started talking to that guy, and it was whatever. In the summer, around June, I went to Vegas to visit my family, and lo and behold, I met my man. Then Jared drunk calls me and he's like, oh, I want you, like break up with their boyfriend and be with me, And I'm like, and I told him, I was like, you don't want to be with me, you just want me now because you can't have me, you know I'm off the market and that makes you want me. I was like, I wanted you and you didn't want me, you were talking to that other girl. And I was like, whatever, I moved on and now I'm with somebody and you want me. I don't know what to tell you. Also, since we were best friends, I knew all his dirty little secrets about how much of a whore he was. He told me about all the girls he fucked and how dirty he did them and So I was like, I don't want no part of that. I know that he can't have a relationship without cheating. And then motherfucking Deshaun starts trying to get back with me, and I was like, Pookie, I'm in a happy relationship, I don't want to, I'm so sorry. And then sophomore year was fucking online, and online school is hard for a lot of people, including me, especially when you live in a very chaotic home. You're not used to it. So pretty much I ended up dropping out. I didn't drop out on purpose. I just I guess I was marked absent so much from not attending my Zoom calls that they just unenrolled me. So then halfway through sophomore year, they started doing hybrid. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go back because I'm not trying to be a dropout. So I go back to my regular high school. Oh, also, I was wearing wigs at the time because I had fried all my hair off from split dyeing it because I was going through my e-girl phase, because everybody knows, you know, this is 2020 TikTok time.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I go back for hybrid. It's weird as fuck. All the classes are mad empty. None of my friends are there anymore, or like it's the weird half days. So like some of my friends are on one day, some of my friends are on the other day. So it was just fucking weird. And then fucking what's his face on earlier, Aaron, I think that's what I called him. Debbie finds out that I'm wearing wigs, okay? Because fucking Denise and Kaden are still friends with Debbie. So they know I'm wearing wigs, so Debbie finds out I'm wearing wigs. Debbie's friends with Aaron, so she tells Aaron, and Aaron starts telling people and making fun of me. Then this girl that I used to beef with, we'll call her Sandra, she texts me and she's like, hey, like, I just want to let you know that I heard them talking shit about you on the school bus about your wigs. So then I press them and they're all like, anyways, so then I end up dropping out once again. And then over the summer, I kind of start befriending Sandra. Oh, also over the summer, me and Kaden had stopped being friends, and Denise and Debbie, because Kaden starts hanging out with Debbie and Denise again, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck, can you stop hanging out with all my fucking ops? And also I wasn't friends with fucking Jared anymore because he got a girlfriend, she didn't like me, whatever, we stopped being friends. So I start befriending Sandra, and we hang out, and we get pretty close, and then that was my bitch, but the bitch was crazy. So we stopped being friends. And then I went to junior year. I decided to switch schools. So I start the new school, and I still have no friends. I was a fucking loser. So pretty much I was only popular freshman year, and then I went back to being a loser. I ate lunch alone every day. And so I was like, okay, I want to graduate high school. Like, I just want to be able to say I graduated, even if I have a low GPA or whatever. I just want to say that I graduated. So I take my silly ass back to school. I go ahead and go back to the same high school. But, girl, I had 7 credits as a junior. I was gonna have to be a super senior if I wanted to graduate. Guess what I did? I dropped out again. Yeah. Like, in May, like a month before junior year ended, I'm just gonna get my GED because it ain't like I'm gonna be able to go to college anyways. So yeah, I dropped out again. And that was the end of my high school experience. I never went to prom. I went to one homecoming dance, And so yeah, fuck COVID for ruining my high school experience. I think I would have stayed in and graduated if it wasn't for that, but it just put me so far behind, and I had to deal with all of, you know, family shit, and I was like, whatever, I'd rather go to work and make money. Like I said, my life is kind of boring. My life is more interesting now. But that's just because of my friends Mika and Sienna. They're very crazy. Anyways, let me know if you guys like the story time vibes. Let me tell you guys this one story. Let me tell you this one story time though, real quick. So like sophomore year, I was talking to this guy, and yeah, but then when it just didn't work out, so we stopped talking. And then like what would have been my senior year, we like kind of started talking again, but like not like that, because I was like with my man. But and then this is when I had I restarted being friends with Denise again. Me and Denise, and okay, let me back up a little bit. I kind of started being friends with Jared again, right? Because him and his girlfriend broke up, and he texted me and he's like, oh, like I miss being friends with you. And I'm like, oh, I miss you too, like let's hang out. And then he was part of this car group, and you know, I'm into cars, so, and I had just got a new project car, so I went to go to this car meet to hang out with all of them, and I wanted to like, you know, kind of see if I could be a part of their car group. So we all go out to dinner, and let's call this guy Stinky. We're gonna call him Stinky. I learned that Stinky's part of the car group, so Stinky comes, and I'm like, oh, okay. Long story short, there was only one girl in the car group, and she was saying that she didn't want me to be a part of it. She's like, we just met her, like, I don't know, da 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 da. And you know why I think she didn't want me to be a part of it is because obviously she wanted to be the only girl, and because my car gapped her. She did have like, her car was pretty fast. It was like a BMW, I think like an M3 or something. I didn't gap her. We went from dinner to this car meet, and on our way there we all raced, and I was like definitely keeping up, like we were keeping up with each other, but I had, you know, we both passed everybody else. Like we had the fastest cars in the front in the group. So I feel like she just was not fucking with that. Like she wanted to be only a girl, and then she liked that she had the fastest car, so she's like, no. But I'm like, Cookie, I'm a girl's girl. I'm not here to be against you. I have a man. I just want to drive my car with some friends. But whatever. Anyways, so I start being friends with Denicia again, okay? We go to a party. Fucking Stinky is there. Denise is like, hey, can I talk to you in the bathroom? So we go to the bathroom, and she's like, hey, like, just so you know, I know you and him, Stinky are like kind of texting and all, but yeah, he fucked a 12-year-old. Yeah, and I was 18 at the time, and he's the same age as me, maybe 7. He could have maybe been 17, and she could have maybe been 13. But she was definitely between the ages 12, 13, maybe even 14. But still, he was no younger than 17. So I was like, oh, cool. So I was like, let's leave. Because it was a hotel party, and it was like 4 girls whose party it was. And then Stinky and 3 of his friends. And then me and Denise, and I think we had one other girl with us. So we're like, yeah, we're gonna go. Because we don't want to be in this close proximity with this fucking pedophile. So then I text him, and I was like, hey, yeah, I'm actually not gonna cool with you being a pedophile, so bye. And then I blocked him. And then his friend starts texting me, and he's like, oh, like he wants to talk to you, like it's not how it seems, da da da. And I was like, okay, he can talk to me then. We are in the same like car group. Like I'm gonna be at the meets. We will be around each other. He's welcome to talk to me and try to explain himself. But of course he never did. So then I start telling the car group, I'm like, hey, you guys have a pedophile in your car group, you know that, right? And they're like, oh yeah, we know, we already checked him about it. What do you mean you checked him? That's like maybe he kissed one of the dude's sisters. That's not, you don't just check somebody because he's a fucking pedophile. Like, so I was like, yeah, maybe it's good that y'all don't want me to be a part of your car group because I don't want to be anymore. You guys are fucking weirdos. Oh my god, you fucking fat whore. Okay, so continue. Girl, this video about long as hell. Sorry, y'all. So then, me and Denise and this girl Lauren go to a party one night. It was like January of 23. Actually, this is the night I met Mika and Sienna though. Motherfucking Jared and what's his name? Stinky were there, okay? So, my friend that we brought, she didn't know the lore. So we're sitting on the couch and I'm spilling the lore to her about Stinky. So as I'm spilling the lore, I noticed that there's this girl sitting on the couch, like literally right next to us, and she's mad staring at me. But I'm like, maybe she's just interested in the story because it's kind of crazy, right? Whatever. Like 10 minutes go by, not even, maybe 5. And Jared comes up to me and he's like, and keep in mind, we're not really friends at the time. Like, we're cool, like we follow each other on Instagram, but like we're not kicking it like we used to. Because he has another girl who also doesn't like me, so I'm just like, whatever, keep my distance. I'm not interested in your drama. But yeah, so Jared comes up to me and he's like, hey, so-and-so, some dude says stop talking shit about his sister. And I was like, what? And he says the girl's name. Stop talking shit about his sister, Stephanie or something. I don't even fucking remember what her name was. I know it started with an S though. And I was like, who the fuck is that? And I see her staring at me, like standing over there staring at me. And I'm like, oh, that's the girl that was sitting next to us on the couch. And I was like, you know, it was a big party, it was loud in there. Maybe she thought I was talking shit about her. I don't know. So I walk over to her and I was like, hey, I'm not talking shit about you. And she's like, yes, you were. I was sitting right next to you, da-da-da. And I was like, no, I was talking shit about that guy. And I point at him. She's like, no, you were talking shit about me, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, you're the 12-year-old. And the next thing I know, like, I'm getting pulled away. And this guy that I was, like, kind of friends with at the time, he's like, yo, you gotta chill out. Like, they're gonna jump you. And I was like, hey, yo, I'm about to get jumped by some 12-year-olds? That's crazy. So then I was like, okay, what the fuck? Whatever. So I go stand on the other part of the house. Minding my business. But then cops ended up showing up anyway, so the party got crashed. That's pretty much it. But now I make sure to tell everybody that he's a pedophile because I think, you know, it needs to be known. And he's also a town whore. Like, he fucks pretty much anything that has a vagina. I guess that's how he ended up fucking a fucking middle schooler. So like I said, if you like this video, let me know, because I do have more dirt on people and stuff and more drama. Like, we can get into it. I don't have any more drama of my own. Like, I'm not like in a lot of drama, but we can talk about other people. We can talk about other people's drama that I know about. That's always fun. Let me know if y'all fucking with the makeup today too. Are we fucking with it? I think it came out pretty good today. Came out pretty good. Anyways, guys, like I said, let me know what you think about this kind of video. Or give me some suggestions, because I'm not the best at making videos. I did get a comment about somebody wants me to do ASMR. So I'm gonna do a mukbang at some point. So if you're interested in that, keep your eye out for that. That'll be coming at some point when I feel like it. Anyways. Love you. Bye.
Yo. Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet,